to be talking about. If you only have fuel number one, you will realize that you are going to run like the guy by the right. But if you have the rest of the fuels, especially fuel number 3, you are going to run like the guy by the left and win. The ultimate goal of the race is to run and win. That's the goal. All right. So we are going to x-ray what it takes to run this La Buena Vida business and truly, truly become successful. I believe everybody can hear me loud and clear. I believe everybody can hear me loud and clear. Fine. Fine. Okay, so let's make progress. Realize that there are 3 fuels you need on your journey to multi-level marketing. There are 3 fuels you need, 3 fuels you need to run your journey in this business. If you ever want to get to the top, those that are at the top, they didn't fly there. They didn't just arrive there. It didn't take them 6 months. It took them time. All right. So we are going to be studying these 3 types of fuel, because if you understand these 3 types of fuel, you are not going to struggle in your business. So when some things are happening, you already know. When some persons come and they use fuel number 1, you already know where these guys are going. Initial gra-gra, you already know. It doesn't touch me. All right. So fuel number 1 is enthusiasm. Is enthusiasm. Now, this fuel is very good. This fuel is super good for sprints. Like on your mark, set, go. Under 30 minutes, you are done. All right. Assuming our business is not a marathon. Assuming our business is not a marathon. Assuming our business is a sprint. If you don't have this fuel number 1, you are going to lose entirely. But let me shock you. Everybody who signed up into this business had this fuel. Everybody who even became successful had this fuel. If you don't get this fuel, you cannot get to the last one. But this fuel is not enough. This fuel has a limit to the level it can carry you to. All right. This fuel is only good for a sprint. Therefore, this fuel is not perfectly okay for La Buena Vida business. If you want to win La Buena Vida, this fuel will not carry you far. All right. Number 2 is commitment. Number 2 is commitment. This fuel is better than the other one. It's better than enthusiasm. Enthusiasm can only carry you to an extent, but commitment can carry you farther. All right. Commitment can carry you farther. It's a good fuel for running intermediate races, like 400 meters race or 1,000 meters race and all the rest. Right? So just intermediate races is fine with this fuel. But you realize that this is not still the best fuel to run your business. You want to run your business to a point where you truly become successful, then you must plug into the 3rd fuel. This 3rd fuel is called conviction. It's called conviction. I'll share my personal experience with you at these 3 levels of fuel. All right. So this is the only fuel that can sustain you to run marathon. Like some of you start the business, you run for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and it seems some things are not working. You need to tap into the last fuel. And I'm going to teach you how to tap into that fuel tonight. All right. So let's get started. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to be dissecting these 3 fuels, one after the other, one after the other. All right. It may not really be a very long training, but if you pay close attention, you are definitely going to learn so lot. All right. So this fuel number 1, that is enthusiasm. We are going to take it each letter after another, one letter after another, as I explained. The E on the enthusiasm means excitement. Excitement. You are excited after your QSG, your quick starter guide. You are so much excited. You're like, wow, am I really going to win this game? Imagine all these things are available for me. God, this is too good to be true. All right. So you are excited with the possibilities. You are seeing the possibilities. You know it is true. You know it is possible. And your mind is like, I can't wait. Okay, relax. Relax. But everybody who became successful had this fuel. At first, they were excited. They saw the cars, they saw the houses, they saw the lifestyle. They were like, God, I'm going to do this at first. But remember, as I said earlier, this fuel will not carry you so far in your business. So yeah, they're excited about the possibilities of their business. All right. Now, the guys at this level who are this fuel, you realize that number two, they have this nascent. They are babies in the business. They are babies. They just got started. The enemy means nascent. They just got started. They don't have all it takes to run the business. They are still new. They are still babies. They are still kids in the business. It has not yet dawned on them what it takes to become that successful. It has not yet dawned on them. All right. So these guys are still beginners. They are still depending on their uplines for every single thing. They are still depending on their upline. If the product does not arrive on time, they are angry. They are enthusiastic about the business, but they are beginners. They don't know what it means to do booking calls. So they are at that level where they are learning booking calls. They are at that level where they are newbies in the business. You need to guide these guys from one step to another. If not, they cannot sustain the business. So if you have somebody who is signed up, you are going to take note of all this, because you are going to be guiding the person step by step on how to move from one fuel and switch to another as you run your business. I hope you are following me. I hope you are following me. Okay. Now, the next fuel the next letter we are going to be x-raying is T. T is the next letter we are going to x-ray. And T means they think short term. These guys are thinking short term. They are short-minded. They are considering the next 6 months. They are considering the next 3 months. They are considering the next 8 months. They are anxious of what happens between now and December. That's why they will start with one account. That's why they'll tell you, let us see how far this one will go before we can add more accounts. That's the truth. They have this mindset that this business may not last for long. So they need to be careful the way they are trading in the business. They need to be careful. They have this short-term mindset. They are afraid. They are wondering, what if this thing does not last? That's why they don't start with 673,320. At this level, they don't start with 673,320. All right? So you realize that these persons who are at this level, they have not yet built their mind that the business has been running for 15 years and will definitely run in a long time, over 1,000 years. They have not endowed that in their mind. So they think short term. They think short term. And these guys, they are very hasty in their decision making. They are very, very hasty. Now, if they go home now and somebody tells them, this business you started, are you serious? So you went and charged them 44,888. The light they came with is extinguished. If somebody talks to them anyhow and discourages them about the business, the light they came with is extinguished. All right. So you realize those persons at this level, they are easily hasty in making decisions. That's why they will call you after 24 hours and tell you that that money they paid, they need it for somebody's surgery. They need it for somebody's surgery. Why? Somebody has spoken to them and they feel, I don't think I can do this kind of business again. Why? Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. The next letter we'll consider is they are unskilled. They've got no skills. They've got no skills. And at this level, they're not even willing to learn the skill. They only want to make the money. They're not willing to learn the skills. They're not willing to learn the skills. They're not willing to put up themselves and give up everything and focus on learning what it takes to become successful. They don't want to hear that one. If you tell them there are 7 skills to learn in this business, you are wasting your time. You tell them to read your first in network marketing, you are wasting your time. If you tell them to even read GoPro, you are wasting your time. And yet, they want to make the money. The average person who signed up into your business is at this fuel level number 1. Because you will be seeing all this play out in his life. All right, he's hasty, he thinks short term, he's a beginner, he's excited, and yet the guy is unskilled. And yet he wants to make money. You want to catch him, compare him with whatever he's doing today, and ask him how long it took him to learn it, and ask him how much he's making. That's when he will relax. So at this level, your goal is to take your persons one step after another. These are the characteristics of the persons at this level. But your goal is to take them one step after another with knowledge and information. You're expected to give them knowledge. You're expected to give them information. Because if your people are not attending Millionaire schools and the rest of the trainings, there is no how they can grow and grow past this fuel number 1. They will definitely get extinguished. They cannot cross fuel number 1. All right. So the persons at this level, they are skilled. They are unskilled, I mean to say. The next fuel, the next letter we are going to consider is that these guys see success without challenges. They are seeing the money. They are seeing the wealth. They are seeing the affluence, but they are not seeing the challenges. Maybe they said, uneasy lies ahead that wears the crown. They don't want to hear that. They're only interested in the money, and they want to make the money. Nothing else matters to them. Nothing else. Nothing else matters to them. So you realize the persons who are this fuel number 1, their mind, their mind is on the money. They are not asking, what did this guy do to get to this level? They're not asking that question. They're not asking, what did this guy do? How were your life when you were not at this level? What were you learning? What were you doing? What were you building before you got to this level of life? All right. So those at this level of fuel, this fuel level, this enthusiasm, they are only seeing the success in Labonabda. And that's why the enthusiasm is carrying them away. They are not asking questions. They are not asking questions about the troubles, about the challenges. Are there challenges in La Buena Vida? Yes, there are. There are challenges. But the bigger question is this: are they really worth it? Answer to yourself. The challenges you've made, the challenges your masterminds face, the challenges your unstoppable leaders face, and the life they are living today, is it really worth it? Ask yourself and answer for yourself. You know, for those of you that know, you know it's worth it 1,000 times. It's worth it 1,000,000,000 times. Everybody works hard. Everybody does. For the past 20, 25, 30 years, people have been working so hard, and there's nothing about the result they make. When you have a business like this, that all you need is to learn the skills, 7 skills only. Learn the skills, practice the skills, be consistent, and you are definitely going to become successful after you've passed through your own challenges. Your challenges could be peculiar. After you pass through your challenges, you are definitely going to be successful. And at this level, this guy says they're not interested. They are running with fuel number 1. They are running with fuel number 1. The next letter we are going to be considering before now, okay, you realize that one makes a common mistake of thinking that one could create serious wealth without serious work. I'll show you that. They think they can create serious wealth without serious work. It's not true. And this is where you realize their ignorance on fire. This is where you realize it. Ignorance on fire. Ignorance on fire. They are ready to run. They are ready to run. But they are not willing to learn. They are not willing to take the step-by-step processes. They are ready to run. If they want to get to a particular location, they just zoom off. They are not even asking questions. They are not asking questions. They are not consulting their upline. They are not consulting their team leaders. They are not consulting their unstoppable leader. They are only running. After they sign up, they go home and tell their friends, man, you see where I went to today, and these guys are doing sweet, man. The lifestyle is so marvelous. And guess what? That's how they kill all the persons that should have joined them in business. Because they were so enthusiastic, they never got knowledge. They never got knowledge. Ignorance on fire. This is where they get destroyed. If you allow your teammates to run on this alone, they will quit the business in their numbers. Some of them will not last for 24 hours. Don't be surprised. Because as they're going home now, and they're practicing something they should not practice, they're trying to talk to their friends, talk to their uncles and their aunties. As immediately they open their mouth to talk about the business, they will get the fire. Somebody else will pour it on them, and they will quit the business. Ignorance of fire. That's why in La Buena Vida, we ask you that the more you train, the more you attend training, the more your mind becomes transformed. And the more you understand the business, the more your mind becomes transformed. The more you learn, the more you understand what to do and what not to do. Ignorance on fire. All right. So to them, the race looks so simple, like so simple. They can't wait to get to the end. That's not true. They are plugging on fuel number 1. That's not true. All right. So the next letter is A. The next letter is A. They are not agnostic. These guys, they are beyond excitement. They have this doubt somehow. Beyond this excitement, they have this fear, like this uncertainty, this unclearness. Some things are not so clear on them. They're not so clear to them. They're wondering, are you sure this is going to work for me? Their uncertainties, their fears, their doubts, their hearts are filled. Even they've seen the QSG, their hearts are so much filled with uncertainties. Every one of us passed through this phase. Everybody you know today that became successful passed through this phase. There was a time you were wondering, is this what I really want to do? Is the energy I'm putting into this business really going to worth it at the end? You have seen those who are already successful. But see, their wealth and your wealth is not the same thing. You are checking for your own. You are wondering, can this really carry me till the end? Call it agnostic. So that fear and uncertainty, is there. Is there. If anybody in this business has that level of fear and uncertainty, that person is operating on fuel number 1. It's just that initial excitement that is carrying him. But beyond that initial excitement, he has this doubt. Are you really sure that all these things that are showing us is true? That all these alerts you are seeing is true? Like, are you serious? They have it down deep there. They have it down deep there. All right. Then the next letter we are going to be considering is that these guys are sensitive to attrition. They are very sensitive to attrition. Like, it's easy for them to quit the business. So easy. Quitting the business is not a problem. They can easily quit the business. When challenges come, before you know what is happening, they're out of the game. It is at this level. If you have a lot of guys in your business that are at this level, that's why I say attrition is very high in your business. They sign up today, they quit next tomorrow. All right. So these guys are highly sensitive to attrition. Any pressure, any challenge, any discomfort, anything chickens them out. Why? They've not grown that mind. They've not bought fuel number 2. They are running on fuel number 1. They have not bought fuel number 3. They are on fuel number 1. They have, whenever challenges comes up, they chicken out. For an instance, it could be products, it could be pendants. For an instance, someone told me he's not going to do anything in this business until you get him a pendant. That the pendant is what shows that he belongs to the business. All right. Others will tell you that it could be their account has not been linked. They tell you that until I encash my money and I see it, that's only when I can show my friends this alert and I can run the business. And until that is done, they are not running the business. You realize it. It's true. Okay, so these guys, for whatever challenge they face, they are not interested until the challenge is solved. That's why you realize that as they run their business, it got to a point, they face a challenge, they stop. I want to ask a question. Assuming you want to run to a particular place that is very far, and you prepared yourself, and by the time you got to that location, you were running, and you got to that location, non-stop, you got to that location, they now told you that this thing you are looking for here has been moved, that is at another location that is like ×3 farther than where you came from. At that level, what's the first thing you will do? You will agree with me that the first thing you will do is to rest first. You are destined to get there. You make up your mind to get there. But the first thing you will do is to rest. True or false? You take some rest. Yes. You take some rest first. Can't come and kill yourself. All right? So, by the time you are resting, you realize that little by little, you begin to lose focus of that place you are going. You get to a point, say, so instead of going ×2, let me go home and rest. Maybe later, another day I can do this journey. And that's what they do. And immediately they leave the track, they rest, and they can't come back to the track again. They've lost. And that's when you are calling the person on phone, he's no longer picking your calls. You try to book the person for IPO the third time, he's not coming. You ask him to bring contact list, he's not bringing. You ask him to send text messages, he's not sending. In fact, he will block you. That's the level. That's the level. There are high attrition rates because of this fuel, number one. You know why it is necessary we take this every letter? So that if you realize that one letter is happening in somebody in your team, you begin to address it, else that fuel will burn out. And immediately that fuel burns out, forget it. That guy cannot run the business. That guy cannot run the business. If you ask your leaders who are in this meeting now, if you ask them, how many persons are in your team? They will shout. Some of them will laugh. Tell you that their team, they can't count. They open their DTC, you see the number of accounts there. When I ask them, when you call a meeting, how many persons attend the meeting? Imagine us, a whole Achievers team, Achievers family, 404 persons are in this meeting. And just 400 out of the teeming thousands of persons who are supposed to be in this meeting. Why? It got to a point when they were running, they said, let them rest. And as they were resting, they never came back. They lost. They lost. All right. Then the last letter we are going to consider is that these guys are motivated primarily by emotions and feelings. Primarily. They are motivated primarily by emotions and feelings. Primarily. They probably saw someone who did something and they really want to do it. And they start it. That's this one. But if anything goes wrong with that feelings, they'll go back. If you, the upline, you are not calling them, they'll go back. But as long as you keep calling them, checking up on them, they are nodding their head, they're in the business. They're in the business. Now, take these letters one after another. You are going to realize that each of your teammates that is at this level, they're not going to run far. They're not going to run far. All right? So they always take the path of least resistance. the path that seems the most comfortable. Now, I want to remind you again that you truly cannot achieve serious wealth in this business without serious work. Take note of this. It is not possible. It is not possible that you achieve serious wealth in La Buena Vida without serious work. Those of them with fuel number one, this is what they don't remember. They forgot this. That every mountain you see today, every building you see today was built by someone, I mean to say. Every house, every mansion, every beautiful duplex, every awesome building you see today was built by sweat, by blood, was built, was painfully built. It costs to build. So if you really want to build, make up your mind to start building today. Make up your mind, never be afraid of the work. Never be afraid of the work to be put on the table. You're going to do it. You're going to sit your boss down and read. You're going to sit your boss down and study. You're going to sit your boss down and make the calls. You're going to do it. If you get fuel number one, it is not going to be enough. You need to switch into fuel number two. And that fuel number two is commitment. You need to switch. Fuel number one is not enough. You need fuel number two, commitment. Fuel number two can carry you far, very far in your business. You know, when you begin to see your friends who you started the business with, they are succeeding. Somehow, it has a way of making you say, I'm going to do this business, whether or whether I'm going to do it. At that point, you are committed to the business. At this level, you see them come for sale meeting. At this level, you see them come for sale meeting. You see them try to learn the skills. Their hands are on the plow. Their hands, as long as they are making money, they are there. They are there. They don't come late for events. They attend Millionaire school. In fact, most of us here are at the second level. Most, not all, but most. And this second level, now, letter number C stands for longevity. They sustain long term. They sustain long term. Their mind is far. So they are saying they will do this business for 2 years. They tell you, in the next 2 years, I should have accomplished this, should have accomplished that, should have accomplished that. So they are focusing long term. And as these guys are focusing long term, they are overriding their negative emotions. Whatever negative emotion comes to them, they try to override it. Why? They have a target. They have a place to go. Like some of you took this business very serious after the Enugu retreat, and you made up your mind, you are going to do the business. You are committed. And tell yourself, between then and December, you are going to achieve this. You are committed. Some of you even send a text to your team leaders that they should hold you accountable, that by December, you are going to accomplish this and that. You are committed. So sometimes when your teammates give you negative emotion, you try to override it. When your teammate give you negative emotions, you try to push it aside. Why? You are committed to do, at least for this next 1 year. You want to see what is it about this business. I just want to do this. I just want to do this. And the letter number 3 stands for maturity. As they are making up their mind that they want to do this, you realize that they begin to grow in levels. From one cell meeting to another cell meeting, knowledge begins to come. They begin to grow. They begin to grow. They begin to grow. Maturity begins to set in. This is where they start taking meat. They stop taking milk. This is where, even when 2 persons don't sign up after they have done BOM and all that, no problem. We can cope. This is where they employ coping mechanisms. They employ coping mechanisms. They can manage. They can pull through. They encourage each other. They tell themselves, we are going to do this. Maturity begins to set in. They start building a small team. They start building a small team and they try to override their team. They try to tell their team that they are the boss, they are committed. And because they have built a small team, they just have to attend sales meeting. They just have to attend Millionaire school. They just have to be there. Maturity begins to enter. And at this point, you see them, they are modeling their unstoppable leaders. They are modeling their G leaders. And they begin to pattern their life a little by little, they begin to pattern their life, modeling. All right, you realize that at this level, they are taking off shape to become leaders. They are maybe team leaders, or maybe they are taking charge of their business at that level. They may be team leaders or they are taking charge of their business. They are doing the much they can. They are talking to their teammates to attend events. All right, and at this level, you realize that these guys begin to get involved in decision-making process. They are making up their mind to do the business, 100%, no doubt. They are ready to do the business. They are in the game. All right, they are ready to do business. They are in the game. They are 100% committed. All right, their soul has relaxed. They are no longer going to chicken out. No, they are no longer going to chicken out. But yet, listen to me. I'm telling you that this fuel is not still enough. We are going to finish it, but this fuel is still not enough. All right. At this level, you realize that these guys become teachable. The 404 persons here are at this level. I tell you, most are. They become teachable. Okay, I've been here for 6 months. What next do you want me to do? And you guide them and say, okay, let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing it. So these guys are willing to learn. These guys are teachable. They are mindful of their association. They've stopped watching BB Niger. They've stopped watching television like that. They are focusing on their business. Maybe once in a while, they are focusing on their business. They switch their associations. They follow a group of persons. All right. They try to be in the meetings because they need to develop a new mindset. They are taking decisive. They are being decisive on their personal development. They are being decisive. All right. They are taking action steps towards their business. Action steps. This is where you see them. They try to always show up. They try to always show up. They try to discourage others who are not patterning and running the business appropriately. And also at this level, of course, they're enthusiastic about the business. Of course, but they're not running it like those at the fuel number 1. No, they're still enthusiastic. They believe bigger, they believe better. They believe bigger, they believe better. All right, so they are still enthusiastic about their business because even without enthusiasm, you cannot run at all. Without enthusiasm, you cannot run at all. So they are still enthusiastic about the business. Then letter number N tells us that these guys are still amateurs when it comes to network marketing profession. When it comes to network marketing profession, but they've made up their mind to do it. They are reading, they've read GoPro, they are practicing the skill, they're even presenters. They're even presenters. But when it comes to network marketing professional, maybe they are still desperate. For an example, they're still desperate. They can call you and call you until you get tired of their call. They can call you like this until by fire by force, you will block them. They are still desperate. They just cannot wait for the thing to work for them. So professionally speaking, in network marketing, they are amateurs. They are amateurs. All right. So they might just grow from amateurs. They're amateurs. The first level are posers. These guys are amateurs, professionally speaking. Professionally speaking. Right. They are amateurs in network marketing. And at this level, you also realize that these guys have made up their mind that they're going to thrive in the business. So they're making 200,000 naira and above. 200,000 naira. So they are committed to their business. But now listen to me. Listen to me. This fuel alone will not carry you far. I've seen persons quit this business and jump ship because they found a better offer. They saw a better offer. They promised them that, see, if you get into this network marketing business, A team is already there for you. You just become their upline and they pay you better. You earn more. And guess what? They switch. Why? They've not had fuel number 3. They are just here at fuel number 2. This fuel, it has its limits. There could be a pressure you face from your upline. You tell him to hell with you and your business. And you leave. There could be a pressure you face from your upline. And you look at him and tell him to hell with you and this business. That this business will not determine my future. You get that angry and you leave. That could be that level. Why? Because you've not stepped into fuel number 3. You are committed, truly. Truly you are. In fact, you wanted to give it everything. But maybe along the line, something could happen. Something could still happen at this level. And somebody who has built a business, who is 1 year in business, tells you that he's no longer interested. He stops attending meeting. He stops attending meeting. He stopped attending Millionaire school. He tells that he has already known it. By the time you ask him, why not in Millionaire school? Is it not that thing? We already know it now. We've learned it. We know it. It's the same thing. And guess what? At this level, they cannot get to the top in this business. This fuel can carry you far, but this fuel has its own limits. I need you to know that when men, representatives begin to take commitment into their business, their focus and purpose begin to adjust. Their focus and purpose begin to adjust. It begins to adjust their purpose, their focus in business. They say, okay, we are going to give our best into this. And this is the fuel that keeps people going, even when the experience is against their realities. So they already know that this is not a sprint. This is not just ordinary jog. This is a marathon, and we are going to do it. But something is pushing them at the other end. Something is pushing them at the other end, yet they keep going. Yet they keep going. Now, but at then, they need to step into fuel number 3. They need to step into fuel number 3. That is conviction. At this level, even though you walk through the valley of shadow of attrition, you will not quit. No matter what you face in your business, you are convinced holistically, even if we say La Buena Vida, we know they do again. You say, no, I've seen the vision. I cannot step out. I'm telling you. Until you tap into this fuel number 3, you have not yet tapped into this business. When I started this business, 2019, I did my first home launch. Nobody signed up. You know, your first home launch, you have that enthusiasm. You invite everybody. Use it, oh. Use it very well. Don't say because you learned this one, you won't do enthusiasm. It's a lie. Enthusiasm is important. Use your first enthusiasm. Invite a lot of persons. And nobody showed up. They showed up. Nobody signed up. Not one part payment. I'm telling you about me. Not one. Was like, wow. Enthusiasm reduced. Yeah. Reduced down. When I reported to office on Monday, Boss Mo was telling me, remember you are going to fix another home launch next week. My answer was, boss, I never recover from the one where I drew. Why? Enthusiasm has gone down. Things could happen and enthusiasm could come up again. Things will happen and enthusiasm could come up again. Finally, I was able to hold the second one. And guess what? Finally, I got to sign up. That was how I began. That was how business began. But then, I didn't have conviction. You know, somewhere at the back of my mind, I was asking myself, reputation is important. In fact, reputation is more important than money. What if I invite all my friends, pastors, senior pastors, and all that, and they see the business, and they join me, and then global crashes. What do I say? What do I do? Sincerely, that was my fear. And in the next 6 months or 1 year, business crashes. What do I do? Some of you, you have this inside of you. That's why you've not upgraded to 15 accounts. That's why you are still reserving somebody's contacts. Hey, this kind of person, I don't think I want to invite him into this kind of business. I don't think I want to invite him. Maybe if he joins this business and something happens, hey, my relationship with him is going to smear. I prefer to maintain that relationship. And yet you will be there, and another person will sign the person up. And you will feel pain. So much pain. You feel pain. If this I'm saying has happened to some of you here, it has happened to some of you here. You are reserving some of your uncle, your pastor, your senior pastor, somebody from somewhere. You come and sign the person up. Even your wife, sign your wife up. And you're in the same house. Yes. Why was that happening? Because you have not tapped into fuel number 3. You've not tapped into fuel number 3. Because if you tap into fuel number 3, you're going to do every single thing in your capacity to help everybody around you become successful through this business. Everything in your capacity. Everybody around you become successful through this business. Fuel number 3. You know, I caught this fuel. See, it is this fuel that will make a man to abandon his family and travel somewhere and build a business. It is this fuel that will make somebody to abandon his shop, abandon his business, his traditional business, to resign from his job. This fuel. It is this fuel that will make somebody who has scholarship to travel outside the country to study one course and say, no. I know they do again. There must be a record of a day in your life that you tapped into this way. If not, your success is going to be far. Go and ask Dr. Ba. He tapped into this fuel after the trip in 2018, Philippines trip. He tapped into this fuel. That was when he said, this business, no, we died here. Nah. No leave, no transfer. Throw us into water, we'll go through. We'll come out. Throw us into fire, we come out. Anyhow, we are there. No leave, no transfer. You catch the fuel. That kind of fuel you will catch, that you will make you to borrow village people's money and upgrade account and start office. I know you know now. That's the truth. That's the kind of fuel you need. I pray you catch this fuel, because if you do, nothing else will matter until you become financially free. If you catch this fuel, nothing else will matter to you until you achieve financial freedom. This fuel. With this fuel, you can break through any rock. You can break through anything. You can squash through anything just to achieve financial freedom. This fuel, conviction. I caught this fuel in Abuja. I caught it in Abuja. It was refueled in Lagos. Abuja, when I drove my bus to Abuja, I saw the masterminds. The words they were speaking were becoming flesh to me. They were talking to themselves and gisting with Mo. They weren't talking to me. They don't know me. I just stood there. Mo stood. They were gisting and talking to Mo. I was just there as one boy that escorted Boss Mo. But the words they were saying were becoming flesh to me. It was so real. I was like, wow, my head was busting. That was the fuel I'm talking about. That's the fuel I'm talking about. When I went outside, I saw their cars. I saw the lifestyle. I was like, wow, God, I must get this. No matter what, I was ready to give up everything for this. Then went to Lagos anniversary, 2019. Even that question on my mind, what if I invite a pastor and all those integrity kind of question fizzled out because I caught this fuel. Until you catch this fuel, people will always shake you like this in business. Left and right. You always be afraid. You'll be afraid. You're wondering what tomorrow holds. You're wondering what tomorrow holds. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? All those question marks will keep being there until you catch fuel number 3. All right. So the C on this fuel is certitude. Certitude. You are 100% assured. You are not guessing. You have this resolute knowledge that my business will work for me if I work my business. You have this resolute knowledge that La Buena Vida is going to work for me if I work this business. And you are not afraid to work the business. You are ready to do the business. You are ready to give in your best on the business. Nothing less than your best. In fact, you are not just going to do your best. Pay attention. You are not just going to do your best. You are going to do all it takes. Everything it takes. You are ready to do it. All right. So certitude. That's the letter number 1. The O is osmosis. There's going to be a transfer of ideas, transfer of belief, transfer of vision, transfer of knowledge. You are ready for it. You don't miss Zoom meetings. You can beat your chest that since you signed up into this business, since you got conviction, you've never missed Zoom meeting for one day. You can beat your chest and say that. You can beat your chest and say that. All right. So these bad persons who already have this conviction, they position themselves to watch, to listen, to interact, to learn from their leaders who are above them. Who are above them. They are ready to learn. They are like a sponge that takes substance in. They are like a sponge. They are ready to bend down and allow their leader model his life over them. They are ready. They're ready to open up themselves and sponge in everything they learn from their leader, and they're ready to practice it until it starts to work for them. They're not doing it for one day. They're not doing it for 1 year. They're not doing it for 2 years. They're not doing it for 3 years. They're not doing it for 4 years. They're doing it for a lifetime. They're doing it for a lifetime. A lifetime until they are super successful. That's the level. So they are ready for that transfer. They are ready for that transfer. If you give them video, they will watch it. That you didn't give them a book is not that they've not finished it. As you are giving them the book, they are finishing the book. Osmosis. And guess what? At this level, these guys, they have this alertness. They are swift, nimble, I mean to say. They have this alertness. They are swift to learn. They are swift to taking actions. They understand that time wasting is a sin in this business. They understand it. I tell everybody around me who cares to listen. Igbo given Jonah business. Telling you. They know that time wasting is a sin in this business. No. That's why when they engage in a challenge, they don't look back. They will run it until they hit their goal. No matter what it takes from them. They know. All right. So they are swift to taking actions. They are swift to learning. They are swift to taking massive actions in their business. Oh, these guys are visionary. Yeah. They're not telling you in the next 2 months, let's check out how this business is running. Or in the next 1 year, I'm going to give my time to this business for 1 year. No, that's not their level. They say, I want to give my time to this business for 1 year. No, they have long past that level, a long time ago. They are 100% convinced that this business is not just a business for them, it's a calling a high calling. They're convinced that God has brought them here for a purpose. They know that this business, they did not just dabble into the business. No. That they did not just dabble into the business. That there was a divine orchestration that brought them into the business. They know. So on that, at that level, they are visionary. Their vision is not thwarted. Their vision is not thwarted. And these guys, they are indefatigable. They are indefatigable. They are untiring. These guys know they tire. You look at somebody like Agno, our boss, look at him. Look at the level of influence he has had on us, the level of wealth he has amassed. Yet, he's still busy day in, day out. Sometimes you wonder, by 11, he will call you. By 12, he will call you. 12 a.m., I mean. Like you see bosses call. Wow, he's still awake. He's not sleeping. He's on the game. They are 24/7 efficient. They are showing forth. They are 24/7 there. They keep showing up no matter what. They are extremely persistent and untiring. Extremely. Not just persistent. They are extremely persistent. No matter what. They have toughened their skin. They have so much toughened their skin that nothing pierces through, like a rhino. Their skin is now the skin of a rhino in the business. So no matter what they face, no matter what they see, no matter the challenges, even if their team comes crashing down, like everybody in the team quits, they say, okay now, we move. They start off a 15. They are willing to do the work to build their team again. That's what Eric Warren did. 7 times. He rebuilt his business 7 times. Why? He had the vision. The vision is so clear. He had the vision is so clear. Indefatigable. He's not tired. He's ready to do it. And guess what? These guys are corrigible. Very, very. They are, no matter their height, they are very corrigible in the business. No matter how high they are, they are upline. I didn't say they are team leader. I didn't say they are unstoppable leader. I didn't say they are G leader. They are upline. I can still call them on phone. What are you doing? Where are you? Why come here? Do this, do that. Yes, sir. The answer is yes, sir. They are not arguing with them. The answer is yes, sir. They are so much submissive. Even when there's an error, they will admit it with humility. They will admit it with humility. They are these guys. That's the level they're operating for. Why? Because they are fully convinced about the business. These guys are never give-ups. They are never give-ups. They will hold on it until the end. I mean the very end. I mean the very end. The very end. They will hold on it until the very end. They are tenacious. Tenacious. Hey, they are tenacious. They will hold on it until the very end. If it means 2-3 years, they are there until the very end. And they take off distractions from their life. Yes, they do happen. There could be things that could deceive them, distract them from the business, but they are never willing to yield or back out. They are always there, 24/7. You can count on them. Anywhere they are, you can count on them. I pray God begins to give you leaders who are 100% convinced about the business. Because when you start getting leaders who are convinced about the business, your business will take a new shape. Your business will take a new shape. Not people who are deceiving you, They are active in the business. They are running left and right, and you feel they are convinced. They are not convinced anything. They are only seeing 100,000 and 200,000, and they feel the business is wow, it's working, it's working. Those are not the leaders I'm talking about. Leaders who are convinced about the vision of the business, and they're ready to hold your hand like this and run the business, no matter what. These guys, they run like the eagle. They run like the eagle. If an assignment is given to them, they focus on it until they track it down. They run like the eagle. These guys, they never give up. They run like the eagle. They are immensely focused on what they want to do. They are focused on the business. They don't allow a lot of distractions around them. You see them, you could say they own too much. You see them, you feel that they are taking the business so high. Like the way they are going about the business itself, their own is too much. Don't worry. It's not commitment that is driving them. It is conviction. They know that God is instrumental to their business. So they are focused on giving their best. They understand that whatever your hands finds to do, you are going to do it with all your strength, with all your energy, with all your might. They understand that. They understand that unless your eye be seeing good, your whole body cannot be full of light. They understand that. That is the level these guys, they don't do any other thing. They are full-time. You know what I mean by full-time. You know what I mean by full-time. I hope you know what I mean by full-time. Not F-O-O-L. No, not full-time. They are fully on the game. Their legs on the throttle. Their legs on the throttle. They are not backing down for one day. Their legs on the throttle. Full-time. That's when people call them names. People call them a lot of names. When they are convinced, people call them names. Many names. Labu Labu and the rest of them. Many names. Why? They are focused. I want to get to a point where someone look at, when they say La Buena Vida, they are referring to me. I want to get to that point. I don't think I've gotten there. When they say La Buena Vida, even those passing on the road who don't know me, they probably see me wearing the shirt. They say La Buena Vida, they know it's me that are talking to me. Yes, that's to get to that point. Where everybody around you, your family, entire family knows you are focused on this business. And they should better not do anything to distract you. That's the level. These guys, they have their eyes on the prize. Financial freedom, the time freedom, and the health freedom. Follow one course until completion. Focus. Follow one course until completion. They're ready. All right. Now, the O here, these guys are super optimistic. They are super optimistic. Super optimistic. It's not that things don't happen, but no matter what happens, they tell you, don't worry, we'll sort it out. They are super optimistic. They know that once the dawn comes at the darkest night, once you have the darkest night, you are closer to the dawn. They are 24/7 optimistic. If something happens and everybody is just about to shout that this business is, or whatever happens, they will calm down and tell you, don't worry, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Relax, it's working. They are that personally optimistic. They have it inside of them. And at this level, I want us to type the last one. The last M, I want us to type it. I want us to type it. Quickly. I want us to type it. Who is the first? I want to see. Who is the first? Okay, Dixon. No, that's not the last one. It's not complete. Ife Christie, Network Marketing Pro. Yes. These guys are not posers. They're not amateurs. They are professionals. They are pro. They are pro. They are professionals. You know why they become a pro? Why? They've shown themselves to learning the 7 skills. They have shown themselves to learning the 7 skills. They've shown, like, they've immersed themselves in learning the 7 skills. That's why people are waiting for them. They were not like that before. If you see them present, it's fire. You see them close down, it is fire. You see them follow up, it's fire. Even promoting events, it is fire. Anything. See them prospect. No. You see them present any of the 7 skills. Any of the 7 skills. They help people get started easily. They can follow every of the 7 skills from skill 1 to skill 7. They are pro. And how did they become pro? Practice. Practice. Eric Warren said that the bulk of the learning is in the doing. The practice, the practice, the practice, the practice, the practice. They keep practicing. They never get tired of practicing. And why? That's why they know, and they know, and they know. They have this blessed assurance that they are super successful in the business. And they are definitely going to become successful in the business. The blessed assurance is in their soul. They don't need anybody to preach to them. They may not be making all the money now, but they know that they are definitely going to succeed in having that. Whereas those with fuel 1 and 2 don't near here. Those with fuel 1 and fuel 2, they don't near here. If you are listening to me, wherever you listen to me from, I need you to know that until you buy this fuel 3 holistically, you buy it hook, line, and sinker without removing any of the letters. Until then, your business may not kick off the way you expect it to. Take every penny, take every opportunity to build your conviction in the business. Take the osmosis from your leaders. When event is coming up, carry it on your head. When you attend the event, go and sit in front. Pray for that light. I call it the Eureka. Pray for that light. When that light comes in, everything changes. You don't want to upgrade accounts, it's not a problem. You don't want for this, it's not. You don't see roadblock again. You don't see roadblock. Roadblock fizzles out of your eyes. Roadblock, it fizzles out of your life. You don't see it. You become blind to any kind of problem. You become blind to it. Why? You've got it. You've got it. Ronke used to say something. Some things are taught, and some things are caught. I hope you catch this. I hope God gives you that opportunity. Forget it. Also, you could say, I'm convinced, I'm convinced, I'm convinced. Forget it. You don't understand. No, you don't. Some of you don't. Forget the gra-gra, the shoutings, until you face challenges. I tell people, personally, I'll know you're in business after 1 year. After 1 year. Because by that 1 year, you have been shaking together. You have run over. A lot of things has happened to you. And if you are still standing on your 2 feet and you are running, then I know that you are close to there. You get there with time. You get there. By the grace of God, you get there. You are still on your 2 feet after 1 year and you are running. Then there is very high probability you get there. I'm telling you. Make sure that you have this one number 3. Everybody passes through number 1, 2, and 3. Everybody today who you see that are successful has passed through number 1, number 2, number 3. And it got to that point where they say, even if La Buena Vida stops, or even if M Global crashes, which I know it will never, like never, Dimarco said for the next 1,000 years, it will never shut down. We know. Your leaders know. They know you can never shut down. It's you that don't know. You have faith. So it gets to that point where you tell yourself that no matter what you face in your business, you are going to grind it to the end. And I need to tell you, this is the fuel you need to carry your supply. This is the fuel you need to move up your business. This is the fuel you need, that the experiences you get begins to make sense to you. This is the fuel you need to run your marathon. Your marathon. This is the fuel you need to keep you in the game. This is the fuel you need. That even when you are tired, that even when it seems it's not working, this is the fuel you need to never quit on your dreams. Never, ever quit on your dreams. Because in this business, your dreams are valid. In La Buena Vida, your dreams are valid. I tell you, this is the fuel you need to make sure that you accomplish financial freedom at the end of time. This is the fuel you need. Now, take note of this. That signing up on paper does not mean signing up with the heart. Signing up on paper does not mean signing up with the heart. You have to get to a point where you really sign up with your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit, and your body. And this is the fuel that will take you there. This is the fuel that builds your belief. This is the fuel that builds your belief. This is the fuel that will help you begin to model other persons who are successful ahead of you. All right. So you need to realize that at this level, you have this growing conviction in you. This is the fuel you need. You keep working. You keep expecting. You know it's going to happen. As I bring this meeting to a close, I need you to know that this fuel source replenishes both your enthusiasm and your commitment. This fuel source is the only fuel source that can replenish the first fuel and the second fuel. This one. But fuel 1 can never carry you to fuel 2 and 3. Fuel 2 can never carry you to fuel 12. But fuel 3 can carry you to fuel 1, fuel 2, and fuel 3. This fuel. Never let go of this. Never, ever. Never, ever. Do everything you can to catch the light. Once you catch the light, your success is with you. Thank you very much, everybody. I believe we learned something today. I believe we learned a lot today. I believe you are highly inspired today. I need you to know that I see this business, you have to buy this wholesale. And we never run dry. Never, ever. Special thanks to my boss, my mentor, my senior boss for giving me the opportunity to be here. Thank you very much, my boss. I'm loyal and I'm grateful. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Wow. Thank you. Fire. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Enthusiasm, commitment, and what? Conviction. That's what you need. That's what you need. Thank you for sharing this with us. If you cannot hear me, type yes. Type yes. If you cannot hear me, type yes. Thank you, Mr. Thank you for impacting us. Thank you for impacting us. All right. Okay. Who is ready for some good news? Who is ready for some good news in the house? If you have your downlines who have left this meeting before now, call them back. They have to hear this good news. They have to hear this good news. Pardon my English, but then I have to. All right. Who wants to hear some good news? Okay. All right. The first good news I have to share with us this night is that very, very soon, in fact, in just a matter of 2 weeks from now, by God's grace, 2 weeks from now, by God's grace, we will start receiving products within the next 7 to 10 days. Every 7 to 10 days, we are going to be receiving products. Is somebody excited in the house? Meaning that when people are signing up, they are carrying their product. As they are signing up today, they are picking up their product, because every week we are going to be receiving product. Every week we are going to be receiving product. Are you excited? All those people that used to complain, see, I registered for the past 2 years. Up till now, they've not given me my product. Now, it's time for you to carry product. So make sure that you are always around to pick up your product too. Because what usually happens is that when products arrive, we'll start begging you to come and collect product. So, but this time around, by God's grace, our indefatigable leader, Ambassador Dr. Mba Elijah, was able to pull a string with the company. And right now, by God's grace, we are concluding an arrangement that in the next following weeks, we're going to be receiving products every single week, by God's grace. So right now, people sign up within the next 1 week, they get their product. Maximum the next 2 weeks, they get their product. Is that good or very good? Is that good or very good? All right, so that's good news number 1. Do you want to hear more news? Do you want to hear more good news? Okay, you want to hear more good news? Are you sure? We can end the meeting now. We can end the meeting now. Should I continue? Should I give you more good news? All right. All right. I can see that a lot of you want to hear some more. What's the next good news? The next good news is that this one, you know, by next month, we're traveling out of the country, right? We're traveling to where? To Egypt. Is that true? We're traveling to Egypt, Abi? Can I let you know that there is something that is cooking? There is something that is cooking. If you can pray very well, maybe the cooking will be done before 4th of November. There is a possibility that instead of traveling to Egypt, we might be traveling to the UK. Did somebody just hear what I said? Right? That we might swap Egypt and travel to the UK. And be in London. I did not say it's going to happen. No, I just said something is cooking somewhere. I've not said it. Don't go and tell anybody I said this is it. But I said there is a soup that is cooking and it has started boiling. maybe. Hey, Jesus, maybe. And the thing is looking as if it's going to work. So you are here, you've not generated 250 codes. Hey, sorry. So if you are here, they've been telling you 90-day challenge. Since you have been joking, better wake up from sleep this night now and go and grind though. Because the people who are going to qualify might travel to UK instead of Egypt. But like I said, you need to be praying. You'll be praying that everything works out well. But there is something already cooking. You know? Something is already cooking. So if I were you, I am going to take this 90 days challenge serious. We have less than 20 days to go. Right? We have just about 18 more days to go. So you can perform magic. Yes, you can generate codes. Tomorrow is public holiday. Make sure you are holding events everywhere. You are doing home launches. You are generating the codes. People are upgrading elite connectors and all that. Okay? So you have to do what? You have to make sure you are one of these. And I'm telling you, it's going to be an exciting experience. And if this thing we are cooking, if it works, guess what? M Global Chairman might even be there with us. Is it getting more exciting? Hey, those that do not qualify, you will still be in UAR now. Somebody is asking, what about those that do not qualify? If you did not qualify, you still remain in Nigeria. Those who qualify will travel. Those who qualify will travel. Are you following me now? Are you following me now? Are you getting the point now? Okay, beautiful. So if I were you, I am going to do what? I am going to take this challenge very, very serious. Generate the code within the next 18 days. You can turn things around. I am telling you, you can what? You can enter ghost mode. Enter ghost mode. Are you with me now? And make sure that you do what? That you generate the necessary code. It is getting much more exciting. Do you want more good news? Do you want more good news? Yeah. Do you want more good news? Or should we bring the meeting to an end? Because today is full of good newses. There are plenty good newses. Good news. Somebody say good newses. Hey, good news is everywhere. All right. What's next? Start Team Retreat 2022 is by the corner. Hey. And Start Team Retreat 2022 is going to be bloody. It's going to be something else. Maka, you get why. You get why. I am telling you ahead of time. January 2022 is going to be Start Team Retreat holding in the city of what? In the city of Abuja. And guess what? We will start doing what? We will start selling the tickets. The ticket will be open for sales in the month of November, and it will only sell for 3 weeks. So meaning that anybody who does not buy the ticket within that 3 weeks window, that person will miss out of starting retreat. So I am telling you ahead of time so that you will make necessary plans to make sure that you buy your ticket. No, this one is not the one that die minute you are not buying ticket. You know why? Because you see, we want to do cut-off mark. I hope you know that even the stadium will no longer be enough for starting again. Even the stadium will no longer be enough. So we are trying to use this system to cut off the number of people that will be coming. Because if we make it open for everybody, a stadium will not be enough for us. Some of you were there earlier this year. So I'm telling you, someone is asking me how much is it. No matter, even if it's 10,000, just wire the money. Once you hear that the tickets are for sales, do you understand that once it is ready like this, start paying immediately. Because they might be giving us number. You understand? They might be giving us number. Say, hey, Achievers team, you cannot come with more than 50 persons. You can only come with 100 persons. So better what? Better begin to tell your teammates. And you know the interesting part? The interesting part of this retreat is that during the retreat, we are going to be what? We are going to be unveiling the Ego E-Blocks housing scheme. We are going to be unveiling the Ego E-Blocks housing scheme. Are you with me now? What do I mean by that? Some people who will attend this retreat, will come back as property owners. They will be owning their own homes. Some people will be coming back with certificate of what? Certificate of ownership of a house. This business is getting more interesting. 2022, hey, don't worry, we've not started though. We have not started. You see this business, Anybody that is quitting this business now, his village people are making sure that he or she does not become financially free at all. Because by 2022, we are going to be unveiling the housing scheme. You can own a house in this business by just being a partner in this business. You can own a house that is built within 7 days, if it's a bungalow, a house that is built within 14 days, if it is a duplex, fully furnished and everything, and it is electronic house. You understand what I mean? Fully finished. So you see, by next year, we are entering another gear. So just tell that your teammates, that person that is contemplating to quit this business, Tell that person your village people are calling you. Better miss their call. Better miss their call. Tell them just stay. Just be patient. You have not seen anything yet. You've not changed something. I am telling you, you've not changed something at all. So this business is entering the next level by next year. By next year, we are entering another. You know, we've been talking about ego, e-blogs. Some people don't understand what we're talking about. You can own a house. From your DTC, they will give you a house. And from your DTC, they are doing what? They are withdrawing the money. Can you understand? Wow. The package is so awesome. It's so awesome. By just having a what? By just having a DTC, right? And the company will be taking the money from your DTC. Who knows self, between now and then, they can even tell us that with gift checks, you can even buy a house. The company, of course, you already know that the company is planning the one of all. You can use your gift checks to buy gadgets. You can buy iPhone. You can buy Apple laptop and all that. This business is entering another level. So don't allow anybody, right? Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Tell you, don't worry, come to this other business. This business is paying more. This other business, see, is village. That's how village we used to work. That's how this is. So anybody that has quit this business, I pity that person. Because by next year, we are not going to be struggling to own houses. Guess what? The company is doing what? The company is already what? We are going to be having this ego e-blocks in 20 states in the whole 36 states in Nigeria. By next year, they'll be launching these houses in 20 states in Nigeria. And I'm very, very sure, of course, it's going to be what? That's where we are what? That's where you're all located. So you can decide to get a house in any location of your choice. Just imagine that you are in Lagos and you have a house in Enugu. You are in Lagos, you have a house in Abuja. You are in Enugu, you have a house in Oka. You are in Enugu, you have a house in Lagos. You have a house in Abuja. You have a house in Port Harcourt. Anywhere of your choice. Just because you are a connector in this business. Oh, somebody sound choy. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. See, the close down we are going to be doing next year. The close down we are going to be doing next year. The close down we are going to be doing next year is going to be bloody. That is why if you are in this business right now and your leaders are telling you do this, and you are not doing it, sorry for you. Sorry for you. Better take your business serious. But let me give you the condition to own a house. Let me give you a condition. There's a condition. It's not for everybody. Before we will give some of you houses and then you will disappear. Both you and your DTC will also disappear. So it's not for everybody. Who is it going to be for? For you to qualify to have a house, at least you should be a what? A monthly millionaire earner. You should be earning at least 1 million naira monthly from this business, or at least be a 2 club member. This is the minimum requirement. You should be a 2 club member. You should be a what? At least what? A monthly millionaire earner. Hey, can you imagine? Can you imagine? And with that, so why won't you like to make money? Can you imagine? In this business, you are giving a house for making money. Imagine you are making 1 million every month to your pocket, and somebody is giving you a house. Is this good or very good? So you need to make money, man. You need to make money. Let it not be that when we are looking for the people to give house, we'll come and check your details. Say, this one is not making money. He's broke. He cannot handle this house. He cannot handle this house. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let that thing not happen to you, my friend. So it is time for you to grind and make sure you are making money. In this business, you are rewarded for making money. You are rewarded for making money. So go back to the grind and make money, man. Go and make money. Go and make money through this business. Are you with me now? Through this business, make money. Become a 2 club member. Become a monthly millionaire earner. That is your target. So that when we start sharing the money, man, your name is going to be on the list. Are you with me now? Are you with me now? So you can see see that this is time for you to get what to get crazy. Raise elite connectors, help your teammates to make money. Neighbors, you know, living in an estate with electric houses. Hey, oh Jesus. This is your neighbor. Hey, imagine when Dr. Mba is your neighbor, or the Ambassador John is your neighbor. Can you imagine? Bulletproof house, oh my brother, you are there. You are there. Fireproof. So imagine when all these multi-millionaires are your neighbors. Would that be doing sale meeting in the neighborhood? You understand what I mean now? We'll be having what? We'll be having millionaire meetings. You know, chai. This business, oh, chai. This business is getting more interesting. This business is getting more interesting. So it is time for you to do what? It is time for you to stand up and be counted. Stand up and be counted. Apply this fuel that he has told you of. Use the fuel and propel your engine and make sure that you are doing what? That you are on the next level. You see, this is why you cannot miss what? You cannot miss the retreat next year. So start preparing how much you are going to use to buy whatever it is, right? Now, however, how much is the what? How much is the ticket and for the retreat? Make sure you buy it, because some people are going to be winning houses during that what? During that retreat. So once you hear that the retreat ticket is out, make sure you buy it. Make sure you get it to your teammate. It will only last for 3 weeks. It will only last for 3 weeks. Are you with me now? So can you sleep this night? Are you sure you can sleep this night? It's time to step on the grind. Don't forget, you see that our night, we might travel to Europe. We might travel to the UK rather. We might travel to the UK. So it is time for you to do what? To step on the grind. No time. And by God's grace, right? By God's grace, the issue of our product has been sorted out. By God's grace, we are going to be receiving product as early as possible. We'll no longer be having the issues of delayed product delivery. Are you with me now? So if I were you, I will go mad. I will go mad on this business. Become a 2 Club earner. Become a what? A monthly millionaire earner. And I can tell you that what? That the house is waiting for you already. All right? So it's going to be in January. Usually it is 2 days, Friday, Saturday. That's what it is. But then we are still planning. You get more details. But the most important is that once the ticket is ready, make sure you are paying for it. All right. So it is time for us to get what? To get to step on the grind and make sure that you are generating the code, you are generating the result that you need to be counted, Tomorrow is another wonderful day in the start team, right? So we're going to be having our start team Millionaire School. Make sure you don't miss the start team Millionaire School. The month is already coming to an end. We are just 13 days to the end of the month. Make sure you are doing the activities and make sure that you are one of those who is going to be what? Who is going to be celebrated. Make sure you're going to be celebrated in our next monthly what? Monthly recognition night. Make sure you are getting celebrated as a 6-figure earner. Make sure you are doing the work to be celebrated as a 500 club member, club 500 member, as imagine Amazon ambassador, as a Star Connector 1, Star Connector 2, Star Connector 3, and as a millionaire earner. So guys, use the next 13 days. Go hard, and make sure that you are one of those who is celebrated. With that, my friends, we bring this meeting to a close, and I will see you tomorrow by 8 p.m. during the starting Millionaire School. And make sure you are connected early next week for the next round of Firebrand Millionaire School, Achievers Team Millionaire School, right? So God bless you. Make sure you're attending cell meetings in your various offices. Make sure you don't miss cell meetings. Make sure your teammates don't miss cell meetings. Make sure you are engaged in your personal development, even as you do the activities. And I can tell you that the sky will only be your starting point. Don't allow anything to knock you out of this business, because your freedom is waiting for you. All right? Have a wonderful day, people. Good night, everyone. Go and celebrate the good news and go and strategize how to be one of the beneficiaries of this good news. Good night. Good night. I love you all. I love you all. Take care of yourselves.